Mabuhay! Welcome to Plaza San Luis. This cultural commercial complex houses various restaurants, an arts and crafts store, and Casa, Manila. Casa Manila or Manila House was built in 1981, copied from the ancestral house that once stood in Calle Habaneros. It's a lifestyle museum aimed at showcasing the domestic lifestyle of a native principalia during the Spanish colonial period. Let's go and see what's inside. Before we enter, we need to bang the Antillean door knocker in order to inform servants that there are incoming guests. This part of the house is called zaguan or corridor. It is through zaguan where the carriages or the karuwahe entered and dropped off passengers by the stairs. The ground floor walls are made of adobe and volcanic tuff, like the walls of Intramuros. Meanwhile, the patio flooring is called piedra china. The patio served to cool the rooms of the house. It was also used as a garden. We are now at the mezzanine, also known as the entresuelo, literally means between floors. Rooms in the entresuelo were reserved for extended family. Guests can sometimes be accommodated, but the extended family usually lived here. This unique seat is called the capilla. This is the bachelorette's room. The bed is made by a Chinese carver named Atay, famous in the 19th century. Atay beds used to be a status symbol. Other common furniture at that time include the baul or the wooden chest and the butaca. Here in the despacho, also known as main oficina, the owner of the house conducted his business transactions together with his clerks and accountants. Wealth during the colonial era was mostly sourced from the lands called haciendas. While some earned from the galleon trade, most of the principalia were landowners called hacienderos. The main workstation is a massive desk called escritorio. We have just reached antesala or caída, meaning to fall, referring to the stair landing. During the day, the family used this area for entertaining close friends or having merienda or afternoon snacks. These decorative wooden panels are used to circulate air between rooms. The volada is the area between the dining room and the antesala. And here we have Sala Mayor. Very important people were entertained here. This room was decorated to show off one's status in society. Tertulias or late afternoon parties and bailes or dance gatherings were held here. Older people discussed the latest in politics, business, and fashion, while the children of the host, particularly young ladies, lead the singing and playing of musical instruments. Here is the oratorio or prayer room, where family gather at night to pray the rosary. This room is considered another sign of affluence. This is the cuarto principal or the master's bedroom. Tradition dictated that the master of the house would give up his room for very important guests staying in for the night. This is a reflection of a traditional Filipino hospitality. Meanwhile, the children's room is decorated with a carousel-designed ceiling to make it more appealing. This is the comedor. It's a typical dining place for the family. It showcases the family's collection of silver, glassware, and porcelain. A comedor usually has a punka. The servant pulls the string to drive away the flies and to help ventilate the area.
This is the cocina or the typical kitchen.
It has a banguera or slated wooden dish rack used for air drying newly washed utensils and tableware
Before it will be kept inside a plateria or paminggalan.
These cookie and biscuit molds in various designs are made of hardwood. One has San Nicolas de Tolentino, the patron saint of bakers. Let's go this way to the latrina or toilet. The one you'll find here is good for two. Flushing was done by throwing large buckets of water into the tubes. The bathroom contains two sizes of bañeras or bathtubs. Since the family was of the affluent class, they normally had many servants. The master just sits in the tub while the servants pour water. After bathing, the servants unplug the cork of the tubs, draining the water into the floor.
This is the azotea or the open-air balcony. It is here where you can see an aljibe or the water cistern. It is either filled with rainwater or potable water.
These are just a few of the things you'll find in a Filipino ancestral home. And there's a lot more to discover.
Come, visit us and let's get to know more about Casa Manila.